Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham. Presently I'm explaining the problems on marginal costing. The subject is managerial accounting. So first video I have prepared explaining the complete concept of the technique of marginal costing. What are the differences between marginal costing and absorption costing, and what is the behavior, how to study the behavior of cost, fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost. Then CVP analysis, break-even analysis, and all the formulas I have explained in the first video. So directly if you join in between, you may not be able to understand. So if you want to get a complete command on the subject, I suggest you to watch the first introduction video. Then subsequently you watch the other videos of problems. Then you can be able to understand the concept. Now if you have not watched the introduction part, I suggest you to go to the playlist of my channel. Select the subject managerial accounting. In that subject, select the topic marginal costing. Watch the complete video, get a good command on the subject, and watch this video for the problems. And those viewers who are first time join my channel, I suggest you to visit the playlist of my channel. I have uploaded so many subjects videos. Select your subject, select the topic, watch the video, and increase your knowledge. Now I have completed 15 problems on marginal costing. Now I'm starting the next problem number 16. But before that, I suggest you to have a hard copy, print out of the problems which I have provided in the link under my description. So go to the description, last line you'll find the link, take a printout of the problems and keep it ready. Without having these problems, you cannot be able to understand the solution. Now I'm reading out the 16th problem. You are given the following data for the year 1978 of X company. Variable cost 6 lakh, fixed cost 3 lakh, net profit 1 lakh. Actually two types of cost are there, variable cost and fixed cost. If you add up variable cost and fixed cost, we'll get the total cost, and total cost में profit add कर देंगे तो we'll get the sales. So in simple words, sales are 10 lakh. It is not specifically given sales are 10 lakh, but we know it. The total cost plus profit is equal to sales. Total cost consists of variable cost and fixed cost. So 6 lakh plus 3 lakh, total cost 9 lakh. 1 lakh rupees profit, 10 lakh rupees are the sales. It is given 60%, 30%, 10%, 100%. We don't require that. Now compute, find out break-even point, PV ratio, and margin of safety ratio. So 3 questions are asked: PV ratio, break-even point, and margin of safety. See the solution. Variable costs are given 6 lakh, fixed cost 3 lakh, profit 1 lakh, sales 10 lakh. This is the complete information given. Now one by one we'll attempt. First, BEP in rupees. BEP in rupees is equal to F into S by S minus V. There are different formulas for calculating BEP. Already in the introduction video, I have explained you how to find out the BEP. One of the formula is F into S by S minus V. Now you will get a question, doubt, why I am applying this formula? Because this formula does not require any PV ratio. Without the PV ratio also we can apply this formula to get the BEP, and we have the complete information given in the problem. Fixed cost, how much is the fixed cost? 3 lakh. Sales 10 lakh. So F into S, 3 lakh into 10 lakh, divide by sales 10 lakh. Variable cost is 6 lakh. Here it is given. First denominator we subtract 10 lakh minus 6 lakh. Denominator you get 4 lakh. So numerator 3 lakh into 10 lakh. Now 5 zeros I am cancelling. 5 zeros I am cancelling from the numerator and denominator. See here, 5 zeros denominator, 5 zeros numerator. I have cancelled. So it will become 3 into 10 lakh divided by 4. You will get 7 lakh 50,000. One question we have completed, that is break-even point. 7 lakh 50,000 is the BEP. Second question, it is asking you to calculate the PV ratio. PV ratio. The formula for PV ratio is C by S into 100. Almost to every problem we are applying this formula. C by S, contribution by sales into 100. Now C, in place of C we can take S minus V, or we can take F plus P. We'll get the same answer. S minus V likho, ya F plus P. Anything you can write. Now I am writing S minus V. S sales, V variable cost. How much are the sales here? 10 lakh. How much is the variable cost? 6 lakh. तो 10 lakh minus 6 lakh divided by 10 lakh. So 10 minus 6, 4 lakh by 10 lakh into 100, 40%. PV ratio we got 40%. Two questions we have completed. Now the third part of the problem, margin of safety ratio it is asking. First we calculate margin of safety. MOS, there are two formulas for MOS. One formula is actual sales minus break-even sales. Actual sales minus break-even. Actual sales are given 10 lakh. And break-even sales we have calculated here 7 lakh 50,000. So 10 lakh actual sales, 7 lakh 50,000 break-even sales. So 10 lakh minus 7 lakh 50,000, 2 lakh 50,000 is the MOS. Alternatively, one more formula is there for your practice. I am applying the other formula also. MOS is equal to profit by PV ratio. The profit is given in the problem 1 lakh. And PV ratio just now we have calculated 40%. We can write 40% or we can write 0.4. Both will be same. So here, alternatively, profit 1 lakh divided by 0.4. MOS is equal to 2 lakh 50,000. So whether you apply this formula or you apply this formula, you will get the same answer MOS. But it is asking you in the problem MOS ratio. If it is asking only MOS, this much is enough. But it is asking you MOS ratio. The formula for MOS ratio, MOS by sales into 100. So 2 lakh 50,000 divided by 10 lakh into 100, 25%. That's all. So we have completed problem number 16. Now see the 17th problem. Suppose the break-even sales is 10 lakh, BEP is given 10 lakh and fixed cost is given 4 lakh. Compute A, contribution sales ratio. What is this contribution sales ratio? It is nothing but PV ratio. PV ratio का ही other name है CS ratio, contribution by sales. Because we know the formula for PV ratio here you can see. PV ratio is equal to C by S into 100. C stands for contribution, S stands for sales. So the ratio of contribution to sales is nothing but PV ratio. So first question, contribution sales ratio means PV ratio. Secondly, sales price per unit. If variable cost are rupees 12. If the variable cost per unit is 12 rupees, how much would be the selling price per unit? Second question. Third question, margin of safety, MOS. If 80,000 units are sold. So three different questions are asked, A, B, C. One by one we will attempt. See here, BEP is given 10 lakh. Break-even point is given in the problem 10 lakh. And fixed cost is also given as 4 lakh. We have to find out first contribution sales ratio. Contribution sales ratio, that is PV ratio. By using the formula for BEP, we can calculate PV ratio. We know the formula for BEP. BEP in rupees is equal to fixed cost by PV ratio. BEP in rupees is equal to fixed cost by PV ratio. BEP, how much is given in the problem? 10 lakh. So in place of BEP, I am writing 10 lakh. Fixed cost, how much fixed cost? 4 lakh. So in place of fixed cost, 4 lakh. PV ratio, we don't know. We have to find out. So same PV ratio. Now I'll make a cross multiplication. 4 lakh into 1 is 4 lakh. 10 lakh into PV ratio is 10 lakh PV ratio. Keep the PV ratio on LHS. Bring 10 lakh to RHS. So it will become divide because multiplication is there. 10 lakh into PV. There is multiplication sign. So here it will become division. So 4 lakh divided by 10 lakh, 0.4. So PV ratio is 0.4 or we can say 40%. Multiply 0.4 into 100, 40%. Then contribution sales ratio is 40% or 0.4. First question completed. Second question. Selling price per unit is how much? It is asking you how much is the selling price per unit. If the variable cost per unit is 12. We use the formula PV ratio. By using the formula PV ratio, we can find out the selling price per unit. PV ratio formula C by S. Into 100 I am not applying. If you multiply into 100, you should take 40. We'll get the same answer. If you multiply C by S into 100, then PV ratio you should take 40, not 0.4. If you don't multiply by 100, you should take 0.4. Anywhere you can go. Both will give you the same answer, same conclusion. अगर यहाँ पर multiply by 100 करेंगे तो यहाँ पर 40 लेना. अगर यहाँ multiply by 100 नहीं करेंगे तो यहाँ पर 0.4. So I have not multiplied by 100, I have taken 0.4. C, in place of C, S minus V. C is nothing but S minus V, selling price minus variable cost. So selling price minus variable cost divided by selling price. Now 0.4 is equal to selling price we don't have, but variable cost per unit is given 12. In place of VC I am writing 12 divided by SP. Now I am making a cross multiplication. SP minus 12 into 1 is SP minus 12. Similarly 0.4 into SP is 0.4 SP. So LHS SP minus 12, RHS 0.4 SP. Now what I am doing is taking this 0.4 SP to LHS and bringing this minus 12 to RHS. So minus 12 will become plus 12 if I take it on the RHS. This 0.4 SP is on RHS, I am bringing it to LHS. So minus 0.4 SP. This plus 0.4 SP will become minus 4. Now see here, SP minus 0.4 SP. SP का मतलब होता है 1 SP. If we write SP, it means 1 SP. 1 SP. So now we subtract 1 minus 0.4. Here we should not write. Here. 1 SP minus 0.4 SP. So 1 minus 0.4. 1 minus 0.4. You will get 0.6. 1 minus 0.4. 0.6. So 0.6 SP is equal to 12. SP is equal to 12 divided by 0.6. Multiply है यहाँ पर divide है. So 12 divided by 0.6 you will get 20. So therefore selling price per unit is 20. So two parts we have completed, A and B. Now the C part is margin of safety, MOS. If 80,000 units are sold, if 80,000 units are sold, how much is the margin of safety? What is the actual sales? When 80,000 units are sold, what is the selling price per unit? Just now we got 20. 1 unit selling price 20. How many units we are selling? 80,000. So actual sales. The actual sales are 80,000 units into 20, 16 lakh. 16 lakh rupees is the actual sales. How much is the break-even sales given in the problem? 10 lakh. Break-even sales are given as 10 lakh. Break-even point 10 lakh given in the problem. So 16 lakh minus 10 lakh, 6 lakh rupees is the margin of safety. That's it. This is the end of problem number 17. Now I am reading out problem number 18. The contribution sales ratio of A Limited is 50%. Contribution sales ratio, it is nothing but PV ratio. Just in the previous problem I explained you C by S ratio or PV ratio means same. The contribution sales ratio is 50% and margin of safety ratio is 40%. MOS ratio. So two ratios are given. PV ratio 50%, MOS ratio 40%. You are required to calculate the net profit if the sales volume is 10 lakh rupees. If actual sales are 10 lakh rupees, how much is the profit? That is the question. So first of all, we'll write down the information which is given. What information is given? PV ratio 50% given, MOS ratio 40% given, and profit is equal to how much? We have to find out if sales are rupees 10 lakh. That is the complete question. Now, what is the formula for MOS ratio? MOS ratio is equal to MOS by sales into 100. MOS by sales into 100. Now, I am not taking into 100. If I multiply by 100, I should take 40. MOS ratio, how much given in the problem? 40%. MOS ratio is given 40%. So I will take 40 if I multiply by 100. If I don't multiply by 100, I will take 0.4. Both ways you will get the same answer. To reduce the calculation, to make it simple, I am not multiplying by 100 and here I am taking 0.4. Instead of 40%, I am taking 0.4. 0.4 I am taking. So 0.4 is equal to MOS we don't have, but sales are given in the problem 10 lakh. 10 lakh rupees are the sales. Now cross multiply. MOS into 1 is MOS. 0.4 into 10 lakh. 0.4 into 10 lakh is 4 lakh. So we got MOS. Margin of safety we got 4 lakh rupees. Ultimately what we have to calculate? Profit. Ultimately, we have to calculate the profit. Again, we apply the formula for MOS. One formula is there for MOS, profit by PV ratio. Profit by PV ratio. So MOS is equal to profit by PV ratio. MOS, just now we got 4 lakh. Profit we don't have, we have to find out. PV ratio is given in the problem 0.5, 50% or 0.5. Now cross multiply, P is equal to 4 lakh into 0.5. So 4 lakh into 0.5, 2 lakh. Got the profit, 2 lakh rupees. So completely problems depends on the formula and your practice. If you remember the formula, 50% of the command you will get. If you make some practice after listening this lecture, do it yourself. Do it yourself independently without looking to the solution. Then you will get 100% command. Now, next, 19th problem. See the 19th one. Find PV ratio and MOS. We have to find out PV ratio and MOS. So I have written here PV ratio question mark, MOS question mark. What is given? When sales, variable cost and fixed cost are 10 lakh, 4 lakh and 4 lakh respectively. We are given the sales, variable cost and fixed cost. Sales are given 10 lakh, variable cost are given 4 lakh, fixed cost are given 4 lakh. Right? From this three information, sales, variable cost and fixed cost, we have to find out PV ratio, we have to find out MOS. So first we calculate PV ratio. The formula for PV ratio, C by S into 100. Now in place of C, I am writing S minus V because I am having sales, I am having variable cost. In the problem, sales are given and variable cost is given. That's why I am taking S minus V by S. C के place पर लेंगे S minus V by S. तो 10 lakh minus 4 lakh divided by 10 lakh. So 10 minus 4, 6 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 100, 60%. That's all. So 1 point we have completed PV ratio, 60%. Now BEP. BEP in rupees is equal to fixed cost by PV ratio. The formula for BEP in rupees, fixed cost by PV ratio. Fixed cost is given in the problem 4 lakh. So 4 lakh divided by 0.6, 60%. So 4 lakh divided by 0.6, you will get 6,66,667. 6,66,667. This is the BEP. But why I have calculated BEP? Because by using BEP, I will calculate MOS. Ultimately, it is asking you MOS. So the formula for MOS is actual sales minus BEP sales. Actual sales minus break-even sales. So actual sales are given in the problem 10 lakh. And break-even sales, just now we have calculated 6,66,667. So 10 lakh minus 6,66,667, 3,33,333. This is the MOS. So we have completed 19 problems on marginal costing. The next problem, I am reading out the next problem, problem number 20. See the 20th problem. Given margin of safety 20,000. In bracket it is given which represents 20% of sales. This margin of safety 20,000 rupees represent that it is 20% of sales. So normally the margin of safety is 20% of sales. In other words, if 100 rupees are the sales, 20 rupees will be the MOS. That is the meaning. Then and PV ratio 50%, 0.5. Find out the break-even sales, fixed cost and profit. So we have to calculate BEP, fixed cost and profit. So what information is given in the problem? First I will write it down. MOS, margin of safety is given 20,000 and in bracket it is given which represent 20% of sales. PV ratio is given 50%. BEP, fixed cost, profit. These three things we have to find out. Now see carefully. MOS is given 20,000, which is 20% of sales. By using this information, we can find out sales. We can find out sales. The meaning of which represent 20% of sales is if sales are 100 rupees, MOS will be 20. If sales are 100 rupees, MOS will be 20. So I am writing it here. Let sales be 100. When sales are 100, MOS will be 20 because 20% of sales. 20% of sales. अगर 100 rupees sales लेंगे तो 100 rupees का 20% you'll get 20 rupees. So we got an equation, 100 rupees sales, 20 rupees MOS. But what is our actual MOS here? 20,000. When MOS is 20,000, how much would be the sales? जब 20 रुपये MOS है तो 100 रुपये सेल है. When the MOS is 20,000, how much would be the sales? Now divide 20,000 divided by 20 into 100. So 20,000 divided by 20 into 100, 1 lakh. So we got the information, the sales, the actual sales are 1 lakh. Now first question, we have to find out BEP. We have to find out the BEP. So we have the formula MOS is equal to actual sales minus break-even sales. One formula is there. By using this formula, we can calculate the BEP. So actual MOS is equal to actual sales minus BEP sales. How much is the MOS given? 20,000. In place of MOS, I am writing 20,000. Actual sales, just now we have calculated 1 lakh rupees actual sales. Minus break-even sales, BEP, we don't know, we have to find out. Now this BEP is on RHS. Now if I take it on LHS, this minus BEP will become plus BEP. And bring this 20,000 to RHS. So this plus 20,000 will become minus 20,000. Because I am taking from LHS to RHS. So minus 20. So 1 lakh minus 20,000, 80,000 is the break-even point. One point we have completed. Break-even point, we got it 80,000 BEP. Secondly, we have to calculate fixed cost. Now BEP formula. The BEP formula is fixed cost by PV ratio. Everything depends on the formula. Two things I told you to get a full command on marginal costing. Very important topic this one, marginal costing. So in this marginal costing, first thing is you have to remember the formulae. Secondly, it needs some practice. Only knowing the formula will not be sufficient. Independently, you have to do all this formula. After listening, after watching the lectures, do it yourself independently. Then only you will get the command. Now break-even, sir, fixed cost by PV ratio. Break-even point already we got it 80,000. So in place of BEP, I am writing 80,000. Fixed cost I don't have. So I am writing F. PV ratio is given in the problem 50%. 50% means 0.5. So denominator I have taken 0.5. Now cross multiply. F into 1, F 80,000 into 0.5, 40,000. Come on, over fixed cost also we got 40,000. We got the BEP, we got the fixed cost. Now we need the profit. We need the profit. We again use the formula of MOS. Two formulas are there for MOS. One actual sales minus BEP sales. One more formula, profit by PV ratio. By using this formula, we can be able to find out the profit. So MOS is equal to actual sales minus BEP sales. We calculate first MOS. MOS is equal to actual sales minus BEP sales. How much actual sales we have calculated? 1 lakh. BEP sales we have calculated 20,000. So MOS we got 20,000. Already MOS is given. Now no need to calculate. Unnecessarily I have calculated MOS. There is no need. Already given MOS. Now MOS is equal to profit by PV ratio. Profit by PV. So in place of MOS I am writing 20,000. Profit we don't have, we have to calculate. PV ratio is given in the problem 50%, 0.5. So 20,000 into 0.5, 10,000. Profit is 10,000. That's all. So three things it is asking. BEP, fixed cost, profit. BEP we got 80,000. Fixed cost we got 40,000. And profit we got 10,000. Over. This is the end of problem number 20. Now 21st problem. Problem number 21, you see carefully. From the following particulars, find out fixed cost. Fixed cost we have to find out. So I am writing down for first of all what is the information given. Fixed cost we have to find out. Then break-even sales, BEP we have to find out. Total sales means actual sales we have to find out. And profit. Margin of safety 10,000 which represent 40% of sales. Exactly similar to the previous problem. Margin of safety is given 10,000. So MOS 10,000 which represent 40% of sales. And PV ratio 50%. Given in the problem PV ratio 50%. Exactly similar to the previous problem. MOS 10,000 which represent 40% of sales. PV ratio 50%. We have to calculate fixed cost, BEP, sales and profit. This is the requirement. When it is given which represent 40% of sales. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? If sales are 100, then MOS will be 40. 40% of sales. When sales are 100, MOS is 40. So I have written here, when sales are 100, MOS will be 40. What is our actual MOS? Actual MOS is 10,000. So when MOS is 10,000, how much would be the sales? So 10,000 divided by 40 into 100. You will get 25,000. That's all. We got the actual sales 25,000. So here the sales we got 25,000. One answer we have completed. Now we'll calculate the BEP. MOS. The formula for MOS, actual sales minus BEP sales. MOS is given in the problem 10,000. So in place of MOS I am writing 10,000. Actual sales just now we have calculated 25,000. Actual sales 25,000. BEP we don't have. We have to find out BEP. So minus BEP. Take this BEP to LHS. So minus BEP will become plus BEP. And take this 10,000 to RHS. So this plus 10,000 will become minus 10,000. So BEP is equal to 25,000 minus 10,000, 15,000. Second answer we got. BEP we got 15,000 BEP. Come on, 2 questions we have completed. Now next question is, we have to find out the profit. MOS formula, one more formula for MOS, profit by PV ratio. MOS is given in the problem 10,000. So in place of MOS 10,000. Profit we don't have. PV ratio is given in the problem 0.5. So 10,000 is equal to P divided by 0.5. P is equal to 10,000 into 0.5, 5,000. That's all. Profit we got 5,000. Profit we got 5,000. Lastly, we need the fixed cost. We need the fixed cost. The BP formula, the break-even point formula is fixed cost by PV ratio. Fixed cost by PV ratio. BP already we have calculated 15,000. See here, 15,000 is the BP. Fixed cost we don't have, but PV ratio is given 0.5. So 15,000 into 0.5, 7,500 fixed cost. Come on, we got fixed cost 7,500. That's all. Completed. 21st problem over. Now 22nd problem, 22. From the following calculate PV ratio, profit when sales are 20,000, fixed expense 4,000 and break-even sales 10,000. So first of all, what we have to calculate? PV ratio we have to find out, question mark. And profit is equal to how much when sales are 20,000, given in the problem. Profit is equal to how much when sales are 20,000. Fixed cost is given in the problem 4,000. BEP is given in the problem 10,000. That's all. Now, first we need the PV ratio. PV ratio मालूम करने के लिए we use the formula for BEP. By using the formula for BEP, easily we can find out the PV ratio. What is the formula for BEP? Fixed cost by PV ratio. So BEP is equal to fixed cost by PV ratio. BEP is given in the problem 10,000. In place of BEP 10,000. Fixed cost is given in the problem 4,000. Divided by PV ratio we don't have. Now cross multiply. So 10,000 into PV ratio is equal to 4,000. 10,000 into PV ratio. Here you can see. 10,000 PV ratio is equal to 4,000. So PV ratio is equal to 4,000 by 10,000, 40%. One answer we have completed. The PV ratio we got 40%, 0.4. Now PV. Second question, what is the profit when sales are 20,000? How much is the profit when sales are 20,000? I'll make use the formula for PV ratio to find out the profit. How to find out the profit? See here. PV ratio formula C by S. So in place of PV ratio, I am writing 0.4. Already we got the PV ratio 0.4. C, contribution, we don't have. So I am writing C as it is. Sales are given here 20,000. Sales are given 20,000. So cross multiply. So C is equal to 0.4 into 20,000, 8,000. C is equal to 8,000. What is C? Contribution. C stands for contribution. And we know the contribution formulas. 2 formulas are there for contribution. C is equal to S minus V or C is equal to F plus P. Now I'll make use the formula C is equal to F plus P because I need fixed cost. I need profit. I need the profit. So C is equal to F plus P. C, contribution 8,000. Fixed cost is given in the problem 4,000. Fixed cost is given in the problem 4,000. Profit unknown. We have to find out. Now Bring this 4000 to LHS. This plus 4000 will become minus 4000. So 8000 minus 4000 is equal to P. Profit is equal to 4000. That's it. So profit is equal to how much when sales are 20,000? So we can say when sales are 20,000, profit is 4,000. That's all. So 22nd problem completed. Now 23rd. See the problem number 23. The following information is related to Kakatiya Cements Limited. Sales 10,000 tons, rupees 5 lakh. So we are concerned with the total sales. Total sales are 5 lakh rupees. Cost. Material 1 lakh, labor 50,000, direct expenses 10,000. So total cost is 1,60,000. This material, labor, direct expenses. If you combine these three, it is called variable cost. Variable cost consists of material, labor and direct expense. So variable cost are 1,60,000. Fixed cost is 3 lakh and profit is 40,000. You are required to find out break-even point, PV ratio, margin of safety. So 5 questions are asked. The first question, it is asking you to calculate BEP. Second question, PV ratio. Third, margin of safety. Fourth, sales required to earn a desired profit of 50,000. Fifth question, profit at a sales level of rupees 9 lakh. So 5 questions are asked. One by one we will attempt. First of all, we will write down the information which is given in the problem. Sales are given 5 lakh. Variable costs are 1,60,000. This 1,60,000 consists of material, labor, direct expenses. Then fixed cost 3 lakh, profit 40,000. Now, first BEP. There is a formula for BEP, F into S divided by S minus V. So without using PV ratio, we can directly find out BEP by using the formula F into S by S minus V. F is fixed cost 3 lakh. S sales 5 lakh. 3 lakh into 5 lakh. S minus V 5 lakh minus 1,60,000. First denominator को minus करना. 3 lakh into 5 lakh divided by 5 lakh minus 1,60,000. 3,40,000. 3,40,000. So you divide 3 lakh divided by 3,40,000 into 5 lakh, you will get 4,41,176. One answer we have completed. BEP. Break-even point we got 4,41,176. Secondly, we can calculate the PV ratio, profit to volume ratio. C by S into 100. Contribution by sales into 100. In place of C, I can take S minus V or I can take F plus P. Both will give you the same answer. I have taken S minus V. Sales minus variable cost. The sales are given 5 lakh, variable cost 1,60,000. You can see here. 5 lakh minus 1,60,000 divided by 5 lakh into 100. 340 divided by 500 into 100. 68%. Second question completed. PV ratio we got 68%. Third question, it is asking you MOS. Profit by PV ratio. One formula, easy formula we can apply, profit by PV ratio. Profit is given in the problem 40,000. So 40,000 divided by 0.68. Just now we got 58,824. This is the MOS, margin of safety. Next question, sales required to earn a desired profit of 50,000. This is formula number 6. In the introduction video, I have given 7 formulas. The 6th formula is sales required to earn a desired profit. The formula is fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. The fixed cost already given in the problem 3 lakh. Desired profit we want 50,000. PV ratio just now we have calculated 0.68. 68% लिखिए या 0.68 लिखिए, you will get the same answer. So 3,50,000 divided by 0.68, 5,14,706. This is the sale required to earn a desired profit of 50,000. Last E point. Profit is equal to how much when sales are 9 lakh rupees? If sales are 9 lakh rupees, how much would be the profit? I'll make use the formula for PV ratio to find out the profit. PV ratio formula C by S. So PV ratio already we got it 0.68. In place of C, I am writing F plus P because I want profit. I want profit, that's why I am writing F plus P by S. So 0.68 is equal to fixed cost. Fixed costs are given in the problem 3 lakh. plus profit we have to find out. Sales are given in the problem. Here it is given 9 lakh. Sales are 9 lakh. Now cross multiply. 3 lakh plus P into 1 is 3 lakh plus P is equal to 0.68 into 9 lakh. You will get 6 lakh 12,000. Now keep this P on LHS. Take this 3 lakh to RHS. So 6 lakh 12,000 minus 3 lakh. 3 lakh 12,000 is the profit. That's all the 5 items we have completed. So I have completed totally 23 problems on marginal costing. Hope my regular viewers who are really interested, genuinely interested, got a good command on this topic of marginal costing. Each and every item I am explaining. The first, you watch the first video introduction, then second video if you watch, then definitely the remaining problems easily you can get the command. If you join in between, it will be very, very difficult to understand. So in a sequence you watch the videos. So if you are satisfied with my lecture, give a like to the video. Share it in your group, in your friend circle, so that more students can get the advantage. Give your comments, and lastly, don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. We'll continue this in the next video, the next problem on marginal costing.